Good evening, people. You can see by the smiles on our faces what's happened today. Arsenal 2, Tottenham 0. 6 points off them, whatever you want to call them, down the road. It was comfortable. It was pretty. It was beautiful. North London is red. It's always been red. It will never be white unless we're wearing a no red shirt. That's the only time, you get me. So we got a superstar cast. We're going to get into the intro. And then we're going to get busy. Yes. Good evening, people. It's the Armoury TV. We're back. It's the reaction show. Tottenham in the absolute mud. Arsenal, as we've seen most weeks this season, a complete dominant performance. Walking away from White Hart Lane, whatever they call it, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, with a 2-0 win. I think it's been 18 games before and away teams won a game at the opposition stadium. So that's Tottenham at the Emirates or Arsenal, and Tottenham obviously been homeless for a little while. So it's been 18 games, and we're righting a lot of wrongs. We extend our lead at the top of the table. I believe that's 8 points clear now. This was one of the tests, weren't it? Going into January, there was some big games, and this is one of them. We've overcome it. Sorry, I didn't even introduce you, man. The panel. We get to you one after another. King, what's your thoughts on the game, real quick?
Very simple. Tottenham get battered even when they're at home. Tottenham get battered even when at home. Even when at home. Yeah, they can hold that, yeah. These bunch of trophy dodging mugs, yeah, at the lane, right? Last season, yeah, we all saw what that game meant, yeah. And now we've reversed the fortune. 5 points off top four. They're not getting that. Yeah. It's our turn to relegate them, yeah, to the lower European competition. The irony, they made a whole song with their whole chest, yeah, about playing on Tuesday and Wednesday night, whilst we play on Thursday because we're effing shite, and they are still yet to beat either Arsenal or Man United, who both play on Thursdays, who are both staring down at them. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you. Yeah.
God, the King as always with the fire. Brenny, how you keeping and what's your take?
Oh man, good. You know what? That second half, right? I wasn't even nervous, you know what I mean? From the because I just thought, yeah, we've been defending so well this season. And we just looked tight at the back, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, there was a few moments, but yeah, man. I mean, the first half, sorry. Yeah, it was. Look, I'm just buzzing. I just, just to let any Spurs fans watching, yeah, double. Sol Campbell has won the double. They ain't winning no.
The lane will win all again. Sol Campbell has won the double.
Yeah, man. It was great. No, it was yeah, I enjoyed the game. I thought it'd be one of them games where, it'd be tense, it'd be nervous. Nah, mate, it's just another 3 points, man.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Right, we're moving on to Bobby. How you keeping? Thoughts on the game?
Yeah, I'm keeping blessed. I'm keeping blessed, man. My Sunday team got absolutely parked up this morning, 5-1. So Arsenal have definitely made my house a much better place. The performance, I'll be honest, I totally expected it because I've been watching this season. We just looked totally different. We can play two different ways. We can play that totally dominant way, or we can play that shithouse way where we're backs to the wall and we're winning every header and doing it that way. So, and I haven't seen anything from Spurs this season either that worried me. That thought that we wouldn't go there and do exactly what we did. So, the performance was just absolutely unbelievable. I thought we dominated them from start to finish. They had a couple of little flashes, but that was it. Yeah, I'm buzzing onto Man United. week, who we're also going to park up.
Definitely. And yourself, Deimos?
Yeah, I'll keep it quick. It felt easy and comfortable in a sense. I knew we were capable of that kind of performance. I mean, obviously we didn't know if we would get it, but I'm just happy that we did. You know what I'm saying? We deserved it. It wasn't like a fluke result. Tottenham were equally poor, but we were really great. So it's all good.
Yeah. No, I agree. First, I think the game kind of reflected what we've seen this season. Tottenham not being great in the first half. Arsenal starting off really well. Took the 2-goal lead. I think the worry is Tottenham have been behind so often the season and come back and have drawn or won. One goal really makes a difference. And again, we'll be honest, they had some chances in that game. Ramsdale, let's talk about him. We haven't spoke about him much this season, and that's not because he's been bad, but he's just not had to do as much as previous years. Do you know what I mean? Like the season before, he had to make saves. This year, he's been quite comfortable. He defended really well. Today, he was called up. Again, I don't think there was anything outstanding. I think the Sessegnon one was the hardest save of his foot, but he's made saves he's got to make. He's held things. He's put things into the right area when he needs to. And I think the difference in that game was Lloris. That first goal is comical, whereas Ramsdale's had harder things to deal with, and he's dealt with it really well. So, yeah, what's your take on Ramsdale? He's going to give it all the shithousery anyway. Richarlison didn't like it. You see a fan kick him, but again, it's the mentality he's brought. From the moment he's walked into this club and started, he's brought something different to this club. So, yeah, Bobby, you can go first. What's your thoughts on Ramsdale performance this evening, and on a whole, what's he brought to the Arsenal team? Because there was a lot of talk after we saw Martinez and brought this guy in. Do you feel he's silenced everyone now?
Yeah, I hope he has, because what's one thing that we saw last season was we saw him without the centre back pairing that we've had this season, and that's probably why this season we haven't seen him as much, because our defence has been really settled, that back four's been really settled, and it doesn't let a lot through it, does it? So
yeah.
But the fact that when it has done, Ramsdale stepped up is fantastic, and he actually said it in his interview, didn't he? He said that's what I'm there for. So he knows what the levels are. And do you remember in AON when he made a couple of mistakes, how much he beat himself up when he just let one goal and he was winning 2-1? You can tell getting clean sheets really matters to him. So having him with his attitude and his shithousery, which is absolutely great. Yeah, the way he was winding up the Tottenham fans, obviously just winds them up. It was just brilliant. But yeah, his performance was brilliant. But as I've said before, we're gonna need big performances. Not when you've got a great 11, 12, 13 players, not every single one of them is going to turn up every week. We've still got the youngest team in the Prem, and everyone's going to have to shine at different times probably. And today it was his time, even though there was a lot of very good performances on the pitch.
100%.
He absolutely shined, didn't he?
Definitely. Brenny, yourself, your thoughts on Ramsdale? We'll let you two do Ramsdale, then we'll move on to another player afterwards for you, King and Deimos.
Yeah, man. I tell you, man, Ramsdale for me, if you're talking about top 3 signings for Arteta, he's in that. He's in that for me. You know, I've been impressed with him from day one. I'm not just saying it because we're Gooners here. He should be England's number 1.
All day.
He was outstanding today.
All day.
He was outstanding today. You know what I mean? And I'll tell you what, I can't speak highly of him because for me, he had a great game today, but I think he's had. I couldn't even tell you what his best performance, because he's had a few, but you know what? Like we all know, he's got a better. It's a better back four, more organised back four compared to last season, so that does help as well. And I tell you, man, I can't speak highly enough of him. I mean, I love the guy from last season, from the performances he put in. But when I saw that documentary, whoa, I loved him even more because you know, and he loves the club. He loves the club. You know what I mean, I can see him. I can see him remaining here until he retires. You know, but big up to him today, man. Fantastic performance.
Definitely. Well, we're going to move on. Obviously, Ramsdale won man of the match. But yeah, we move on from him. I'm going to go to Gunnar King because I know you love this guy. You call him your son of Odin. Talk to us about our captain. He's getting better and better. He's influencing games more and more often. And you saw it today. He's shooting more. He got in that position twice. Let the first one off. It was a good sighter. Just went wide. And then he let the second one. And do you know what? It was so definitely silent after he shot. I didn't know if it went in or not. And then I saw the celebrations and that was it. I was off. So yeah, talk to us about your son of Odin, Mr. MO8, our captain, Mr. Odegaard.
Put some respect in his name. Yeah. The best number 8 in the Prem this season. I said it. Yeah. Clear of everyone. Yeah.
Simple.
Don't care what no one says. This guy, bro. This guy, yeah. He gives everything. Every single game. Yeah, without fail, he leaves it all on the pitch. I'm not just talking about what he does on the ball. It's when we lose the ball. Yeah, when we have to regain our shape, when we need to press midfielders so that they're not setting themselves onto the front foot with counter transition. The way he marshals and organizes everyone when he carries the ball, you know, the trickery and the flair that he's got. And like you said, you know, he's starting to find him, you know, his shooting feet now. And I've had to find myself defending him to our own fans, talking about he doesn't turn up in big games, you know, like, and, you know, you're looking at it now, the assist for the first goal against Liverpool, you know, that goal of absolute quality, you know, to be a supposed, well, a World Cup winning goalkeeper, you know, the guy that I saw all these Spurs fans putting in combined 11s. Yeah, like he just made him look average, you know, with a shot from range. And he's growing in confidence. That's 8 goals for the season now. He's our top goal scorer, probably our top chance creator, probably top the big chances. Got a lot of assists as well. His influence, his impact is growing. You know, he can't be far off 20 goal involvements already. And I'd love to see him get 15 of each. 15 goals, 15 assists. I think that'd be a great season for him. Not a bad target. You know, there's like what? We've played 18 games now, 20 games left. 20 games left to do it. You know what I mean? You know, so I think, you know, he's so vital. And I say after Partey, he's our second most important player. Just for how, you know, the role that he plays in our midfield, the responsibility that he has. And we need to start respecting this guy, man. Get behind him. Yeah, he's still only 24. He's going to have moments where he peaks and he drops, but get behind him. Yeah, because he is one of our best players. Yeah, and we need to put some respect in his name. Rivals, put respect in his name. Yeah, stop chatting nonsense for him. Yeah, because Odegaard is on crud this season.
I hear that.
Absolute crud. Yeah,
I hear that. Right, we're going to move on.
No number 8 is chatting to him this season. Not one.
We agree with you there. Right, let's move on to the next because I've got a few players I want to get to. Damos, I'm going to come to you. We're going to talk about Thomas Partey. Tell me about this guy. There's a lot of chat about who's the best DM in the league, and I'm not even going to get into that with other people now because you know what? It doesn't matter. We're sitting top. So talk to us about it and that effort.
My man, Canners. I'll start with what Canners said. Like that goal, that post. That would have been. He hit that with venom. I think he was just thinking about the Tottenham fans and the shit they talk when he hit that because it was just beautiful. But yeah, that would have been nice. But no, he's every game he just takes it to a next level, man. And today was just beautiful. I liked the bit when he lost the ball and then he won it back, and I think Xhaka was there with him, and he managed to win the ball back cleanly, and it was nice. Like the way they're linking up, the way he's linking up with Xhaka in the middle and just doing his role. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I can say so much about him, but I'm just happy that we got this player. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm happy that he's playing well, and long may it continue. And I hope he stays fit. But yeah, that's all I can say in summary. But I'm just really happy about he's just, you know, when you have a player in the team and he's there, you just know he's going to do his job, and you just feel confident. Yeah, he's got that. That's his position. You don't have to worry. And to be honest, that's how I feel with most of the team. Literally the whole team, to be honest. If I want to be, I'm just happy. So, yeah.
I think that's 15 games he's played this season, and we've not lost a single game with him in our midfield.
He hasn't lost it, and that's why
so important. So important.
On Friday night takeaway with Mr. B and them lot. Don't get me wrong, Casemiro is a great player all round. Obviously, his career is ahead of most players. He's got 5 Champions Leagues or something crazy like that.
Better than Partey this season.
But this year, Partey's been on a different planet. But let's talk about his midfield partner. And it's not who you're going to normally associate as his midfield partner. I'm going to talk about his other midfield partner, Alexander Zinchenko. Oh, this guy's sourcing. He is unbelievable. I'll be honest, for me, the first half performance, I've never seen nothing like that. He was so composed. he was just taking the ball where he wanted it. 1 minute he popped up on like the right wing. Like someone messaged and said he's a left back with a free roll.
I was surprised with him defensively. He wrapped up Kulusevski.
Anything in the air, he was winning.
Anything
Bob,
in
you
the
could
air,
take
he
it.
won. He was brilliant, both with and without the ball today. He was. I think he was probably the reason why we were so dominant in possession in the first half.
Yeah,
because we almost have like 5 in midfield.
He sees passing angles that you don't even see, especially on telly. You think, where's he passed to? And then you see a red shirt. It's like he's and the way he keeps possession as well. He's
carrying it forward. He was just.
I actually think
he's class.
I think our stubbornness has worked in our favour because it was no secret we wanted Lisandro Martinez first, and he is a very good player. Let's not get me wrong. But for the role Zinchenko is playing, I'm not too sure. I'm not going to say Martinez can't do that, but I don't think he could do it to the level that Zinchenko does it. Martinez might be a better defender. He's very aggressive in the tackle. He's good, but when we've got the ball, what Zinchenko is doing is crazy. And I think special mention of him. The second half, he died out a little bit. But the first half, I think he was unplayable. And I think this is where we kill teams because all of a sudden you got Partey, Xhaka, Odegaard, Zinchenko all in the midfield area. You're going to get overloaded. You know what I mean? So, yeah, special mention to him. Another player but involved in both goals. Brenny, we're going to come to you. Talk to us about our boy Bukayo. And after him, we're going to talk about the referees because, we're going to get onto that after. But yeah, Brenny, talk about Bukayo in this game and what he brings.
Do you know what? He just brings so much, and for me, it's like even though he's been playing well for us all season, but as soon as he came back from that World Cup, man, it's like that quarterfinal defeat not only hurt him, but he must have thought, boss, the Southgate, why you take me off? Since he came back, West Ham, he's just been on it. When I hear certain people talking about world class, no, he's not world class yet. He will be. The way he keeps progressing, he will be a world class player. I thought he was brilliant today. And I can't speak highly enough of Bukayo Saka, man, because he's just Mr. Consistent at the moment. You know what I mean? And he's just on this level, man. And don't be surprised if he's gonna be on it again next week.
100%. He just keeps going, don't he? He just keeps going. But yeah, we're going to talk about the referee for a little bit. So I think he refereed the game well. I think it was a lot better than what we against Newcastle. He let the game flow. But Romero and Sessegnon, how Romero stayed on that pitch, I do not know.
He's getting away with it.
Yeah, he got the yellow card, and then after that, he's put another 3 in. Two of them are late. One of them was saying he's got to go on that one, and then he comes sliding in on Xhaka 10 minutes later. And again, Sessegnon wasn't as bad, but again, it's a lot of consistent fouls on Saka. Do referees need to start protecting our players a bit more? Saka is the most fouled player in the Premier League. But I was surprised I didn't see a second yellow for Romero, and I think it was how long it took for Sessegnon to get booked. But yeah, Damos, I'm going to come to you. Not saying referees have an agenda against us, but I would look at how many fouls Tottenham give away before they get a yellow, and we give away 1, and it's a yellow card straight away. And it was similar to Newcastle. As soon as we put our hands on someone, it's a yellow card. I don't want to say it's an agenda against Arsenal. I've noticed the style we play, we give away them kind of stop the counter-attack kind of fouls, but something's got to be done with the way these are going through the back of our players. And Nketiah caught about 3 from Romero today, and then Martinelli got targeted.
Exactly.
No, I agree with you. I mean, they need to be more consistent. Do you know what I mean? And also, you need a ref that's got balls and that isn't scared about the hostile environment that they're playing, that they're working in. But you can tell some refs it's like they're scared to give it to the home team. Do you know what I mean? I mean that I don't know. I haven't been to that ground, but I'm assuming it stinks like shit. But he's just there, and you can see like he's scared to give decisions. I don't know if he's scared of what will happen, but he's not allowed that. If the man does a yellow and he needs a yellow, give him a yellow. Do you know what I mean? But there are a few refs out there who don't care where they are, but he's not one of them.
No, 100%. Right, last player we're going to talk about. We've got on player ratings. He wasn't on the agenda, but actually I think he needs bigging up today because I think he was very, very solid. Stayed on his feet really well. There was times where in previous times balls go into a striker, we try and nit things on the wrong side and get spun. But the amount of times he let Kane have the ball and just stand behind him and don't give you any space. Gabriel, I think today was there was even one stage where he was tight up him, almost on his knees, saying, "You ain't getting a shot off." Gunnar, I'm going to come to you. Talk about Gabriel and his point, because he's been heavily criticised by me mainly this season. I've been on him from the start of the season, and since a few weeks before the World Cup, I said actually he's now playing where I expect him to play, and he's been the better out of the two for me in the last few weeks. Sleep hasn't been bad, just made a few little mistakes, but Gabriel again today, King, how you talk us through it. Talk us through that performance from him.
That for me was one of his best performances in an Arsenal shirt. I think that was right up there with one of his best performances, considering the environment he was going to, the record that we had there, what was riding on that game, with the news and everything. Yet, like this weekend, where it's been a bit up and down, seeing all the other teams around us and what they're doing, the performance he put in today was absolutely exceptional. And look, I've always said it about all these players, about all my sons, man. They're young, yeah. They're gonna have mistakes in them, bro, yeah, because that's how they learn. Yeah, that's how any learning process works. It's iterative, yeah. And when you're at a young, progressive stage in your career, there will be moments, yeah, and there have been this season, like where Saliba has had to put Gabriel on his back and vice versa, but that has forged their relationship on the pitch, their understanding, their chemistry. Ben White as well, when he inverts into the defense and covers the sort of right half spaces, his understanding of working with these guys, it really is maturing, and he really is. Because I think Saliba's come back. We've spoken about this enough times from the World Cup break. He's only got 27 minutes, so he's probably come back, a little lacking in sort of sharpness and fitness. And Gabriel's definitely not just today, but in all of the games, I'd say since the World Cup break, he's really kind of been the rock of that back line. He's really kind of maturing and coming into his own now, and that defensive partnership, that has the potential to be, sort of our partnership for the next decade. When you consider that Gabriel's 25, Saliba's 21.
That was his 38th consecutive game today, wasn't it? He hasn't missed a game. I think that was his 38th. The commentator said that was his 38th consecutive game. He hasn't missed a game for 38 games.
It just shows, how important.
I don't know. That's Europe as well. He starts every game in Europe as well. He just plays every week, which is what Arteta wants from his players. Yeah.
He's starting to become a real leader in that defense.
Totally.
This season, you're seeing
he wins every header.
I think what we did with these young players is we looked for leadership capabilities in them before we brought them in, and now that we're thriving, they're stepping up in these big moments. Do you know what I mean? They're being, Fulham, he made a mistake. We went 1-0 down as a result of it. We equalise. He goes and gets the winner at the other end.
Exactly.
He scored important goals this season as well. This guy, he's another one that I think gets a little too much criticism. I think we never dwell on the mistakes that these players make, it seems, without the context of where they are in their player development journey. That's what upsets me about our fans sometimes. Because if these were big 27, 28, 29-year-old men, then my energy would be completely different. Yeah, when you're talking about under 23 and under 25-year-olds, you got to have that little bit of leeway. I think you can tell they're definitely learning on the other side of it, and better for it.
Yeah, and I think you can see the improvements, King, because in previous years, I said it in my preview and everything else, Tottenham guaranteed a penalty every time they play Arsenal. And what we did today, we didn't give them any opportunities to even try and win. Saliba almost when he slipped over, and then Højbjerg looked for it. But apart from that, we didn't do anything rash inside the box. We were very disciplined. And again, it was Gabriel at the Emirates when he gave away the penalty, when Xhaka misplayed the back pass and Richarlison got in and Gabriel jumped in. So again, we didn't give the referee any decisions to make in that game, and that showed the maturity. And even at the end, Arteta and Moss is talking about it here, when it could have spiraled, Arteta made sure you got the players away and took them up the other end. And again, it's them levels of maturity. We've made some mistakes. It hasn't cost us this season, luckily, but we keep marching on. But yeah, Mondi's got one here. He's saying, how do we avoid getting tactically outdone against Ten Hag at the weekend? We'd be more conservative this time to avoid getting opened up. Thomas Partey is the answer to that, Amondi, and that's all I need to say, to be honest with you. You lot didn't do nothing to really deserve that win. Yes, you scored good goals on the counter, but I don't think it happens twice in a row.
Can't wait to shot those manks up.
But it's going to be a good game, and I look forward to seeing you lot next week. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of crossover shows, but we are rushing through today because we do need to wrap up because Paxton Road is starting about now, and we need to get across there and speak to those guys. They're hiding from us in the group chat. I've called them, I've messaged them. I ain't heard a peep from them lot, so I need to get across into their stream and make sure they're right. But before we go, we're going to get to some player ratings, one player each. Just give us a score line, and then we can wrap up Arteta. So we're going to start next to me, Gunner King. You start with the main man, Ramsdale.
9. 9. I thought his distribution was good. I thought when he was called upon, he made smart saves. I think when we were 1-0 up and Son was in, and he made the first save, that crucial timing of that, I think, took away the belief from him. And they lost belief with every save he made. Love the shithousery, because I hate Tottenham. Always have done. Always will do. My hatred for them knows no bounds. So I'm going to make it 9.5 just for that. Yeah.
I think you could pretend it's a clean sheet. It's a clean sheet. North London derby. Yeah, fly kick to his back. I love it.
Kicked in his back and he just turned around. He was like, "What are you doing?"
Love it. All right, we move on. Ben White, Brenny.
Yeah, Ben White gets an 8, man. He was fantastic today. Just does his job, man. Just does his job. No issues, man. Clean sheet. What more can you ask for?
Love it. Damos, you get Saliba.
I'll give him an 8. He did his job. But yeah, that's what I give him. He's always doing his job. He's still got to learn in a few areas, but he's still top quality. And yeah, I'll give him an 8 for this.
Cool. Bobby, you've got Gabriel.
Gabriel 9. Absolute beast, as Gunnar King already said. I actually think 100%. He's our most consistent centre back this season. I think he's been absolutely fantastic. I've loved him, and we've got so much. I think we've got the best centre back pairing in the league. We've just started. Gunnar King's already touched on that. So they've got so much more to grow, and when they get going, when they've been together a season, 2 seasons, wow, it's gonna be amazing.
I'll go Zinchenko. I'm gonna go 9. I think that first half performance, I haven't seen nothing like that. He unbelievable today. And it's games like that where it kind of puts in perspective why Tierney doesn't start. And it's not a slight on Tierney. Tierney's brilliant, but yeah, what that man done today was different. Gunnar King, we move on to you. You've got Thomas Partey.
I'm going to go with 8.5. Yeah, I thought he was outstanding as well. Rattled that shot off the crossbar. I think that would have been goal of the season. Unreal. He just everything he gives to this team. He's having an outstanding season, and we've been able to keep him fit thus far. Long may that continue, because this guy, he's so crucial to what we're trying to do at the moment.
100%. Brenny, you get his partner Xhaka.
He gets 8 today. I love the Xhaka partnership. It's just going from strength to strength. The way they work off each other, it's just tremendous.
100%. Damos, you get Martin Odegaard.
Yeah, I have to give him a 9, man. I mean, it's not just the goal, do you know what I mean? But yeah, just his overall play and his little footwork and just linking up with everyone. So yeah, but I'll give him a 9.
Bobby, you get Bukayo Saka.
Bukayo Saka, I'll give a 9 as well. I just think he's so prominent, and one of the things that is so surprising about him is you can lump any big ball up to him in the air, and he can bring it down, hold up his man. He does it against. He did it against Dan Burn. He did it against all the best left backs in the league, and he just
done against Rice the other day, didn't he?
He cushions the ball and he just brings it. And then we're on the attack, and he's such an avenue for the team. massive player, so young. He's going to get so much better, isn't he? Yeah, 9 out of 10.
I'll take Eddie. I think he was unfortunate. Not unfortunate. He could have done better with the second chance he had. I think the first touch killed him. But I think his overall play again is really impressing me. So I'll give him an 8. I don't think anyone scores below an 8 today, if I'm honest. But yeah, again, if he could take that chance, it goes up again. But yeah, I think his overall play, the amount of fouls he won when we're under pressure, he secured the ball, decision making, even in like the 90th minute where he was on the counter and he decided actually I'm going to the corner flag and just kill the game. You know, Arsenal of old under Wenger, we're going to score. And then I remember the Walcott one, and then we went and conceded like straight after. So yeah, I think he's showing the experience. Not every game he's going to score, but he's still contributing. Gunner King, you get Martinelli.
I'm going to go with 7.5. 7. Yeah, 7.5. I'm going to go with. Thought he worked really tirelessly. Yeah, and again, another maturing performance from Martinelli.
Definitely.
Whenever he's picking up the ball and running at people, he's just such a nightmare. But also he was tracking back a lot today. He was really kind of helping his fullback out, helping Zinchenko out. These guys were box pressing people in that left hand side, and that really kind of added to the control that we had in our game as well.
Definitely. First sub was Tommy Aston first.
No,
he was the first sub to come on.
Kieran Tierney.
Sorry, yeah, Tierney. We rattle through these quick, so none of them really played for long. But Brenny, give Tierney a score for me.
Part of a clean sheet, part of a team performance. I know we normally do standard 6, but today it's Spurs. I'm giving him 7. Standard 7.
I like that. Tomiyasu, we give him a score. I won't score the others. They come on for minutes, but Tomiyasu had a bit longer. He slotted in left centre back. What did you score? Sorry, Damos.
Right.
Sorry, forgot to come to you. Damos.
Oh yeah. No, to be honest, didn't concede, and there was a bit of pressure towards the end, a little bit. And yeah, I give him a 7 as well. He came on. Yeah, he didn't do anything wrong as such, and he's a quality player. So yeah.
I hear that. We won't score Vieira and Smith Rowe. As I said, they only came on minutes to go, so we just give them a standard 6. Let's get into the gaffer. Bobby, you can go first. How are you scoring Arteta today? And yeah, let's wrap it up for him.
Arteta gets a 9 out of 10. Best young manager in the planet right now.
I like the way you start with that. Gunner King, Arteta.
Second what Bobby said. I'd give him a 9. I think he was outstanding. The way that he kind of stepped in to calm Xhaka down. I think he heard everything that's being said about him with the touchline antics, and I think he's growing in composure and confidence. Made the subs at the right time, and picked the right lineup. Used the right system. Let's give him a 10.
I was about to say. Thank you, Brenny. What are we going with?
For me, 9 as well. I just think he picked the right, the strongest 11 available. I thought the way he set up the team today was brilliant in terms of not just in attack but in the defense as well. There was a balance there, a really good balance, especially in that second half. The way we defended, I don't think we would have defended like that last season, to be honest. But yeah. 9 out of 10 for me. Oh, and running after Xhaka as well.
And Damos, what are you giving Mikel?
To be honest, everyone's covered the points, but I would give him a 9.5. The reason why not a 10 is because he didn't do nothing wrong. But if we murdered Tottenham, it was like 3-4-0, 5-0 or something stupid like that, then he'll get a 10. Do you know what I mean? But to be honest, it's negligible. 9 and 10s is the same thing. But look, we picked the right team, and look, we got the result. And just the Xhaka thing at the Ramsdale thing at the end. So he's give him a 9.
Yeah, no, do you know what? We was having a conversation in a different group chat earlier, and someone said, but if you went out Tottenham, you would have absolutely killed them. And what I think he done well today is he didn't let the occasion get the better of him as such. Yes, to go and beat Tottenham 4-5 would be beautiful, but actually you open up and concede one. Now it's a difficult game. We managed the game really well. Yes, they had a few chances, half chances, but in total, we managed the game really well, and actually we managed the occasion well. Last season, it was a big match going into that North London derby, and the occasion got the better of some of our players. We gave away penalties, red cards. For me, the system kind of picks itself. The players picked themselves this year for me. I think what you got right was the mentality, and we didn't let the occasion get the better of us. We dominated the occasion like we dominated Tottenham 2 games in a row. So that's why he gets a 10 for me, because it's very easy in that atmosphere to get caught up in the noise. Do you know what I mean? When we score 2, we could easily go and try to score another one too quick and then catch one. And it's the management of the game. And we have got a young team and he's managing them brilliantly. So for me, I'll give him a 10 because it is Spurs. We haven't won there in 8 performances since we've won there, 8 away games,
14,
maybe more. Is it 14 away games since we won?
It's 2014. Mikel Arteta was captain.
He was captain.
Yeah. That goal Rosicky scored, top corner.
Yes. So it's been a long time coming, and to do it that way, and not even a snatch and grab, or do you know what I mean? It was a dominant performance, so it just puts them back where they need to be. So yeah, man, loving it. But yeah, guys, we're gonna wrap up for now. Make sure you keep hitting the likes. Make sure you keep subscribing. Paxton Road, that's the next agenda. That's where we're heading. Paxton Road. Let's get across there. Let's give it to these spuds.
Boys.
But yeah, guys, panel, appreciate everybody. Silver Fox, you can have the last word with that. I just love this club. Life as a Gooner is just beautiful. And I couldn't have summed up any better. So for us, the panel, we out of here. You're going to catch us next week. Big game against United coming. Big up on Mondays in the chat a lot today. So yeah, we'll see you next week in the rest of the United agenda. From us, we out of here. Good night. God bless.
Cool.
Yeah, man.